Hello once again, everybody, and welcome to Holt Fieldhouse as we get set for the South Atlantic Conference's quarterfinal matchup. It's the 3 seed Carson-Newman taking on 6-seeded Limestone. Happy to have you along for the ride this evening. Should be a fun night of volleyball around the entirety of the conference. The 4 matchups of the top 8 teams in the league squaring off this evening. Limestone and Carson-Newman squared off on March 6th. Eagles swept right by the Saints 25-17, 25-20, and 25-21. And Limestone is in the field, winning their final 2 matches of the year against Tusculum and UVA-Wise to leap from 10th to 6th in the final week of the season. This is the matchup because Lenore Ryan had COVID issues, and the team that ended up finishing in a tie for 5th place is not participating in the postseason, and that's why we get this matchup here this evening. Carson-Newman decked out in the navy uniform tops and bottoms. Carson-Newman written across the chest in white with orange trim numbers on the front and the back with the same color scheme. Limestone on the other side, they have the royal blue uniform tops, the black spandex on. Limestone across the chest, numbers on the front and the back written in all white. Happy to have you along for this one. Carson-Newman and Limestone squaring off for the 5th time. Eagles have won 3 of the first 4 meetings. The only time Limestone won, that came back in 2010 inside of this facility, a 4-set win. Carson-Newman 6-3 overall in the year, Limestone 4-5, and we are underway in the conference quarterfinals. Outside set and a lob ball for Taylor Rohr. Hayden Barton outside for Aaron Edwards. She had a dozen the first time these 2 teams met. Near side set over the block, and it stays in play, and Limestone gets the first points of the day thanks to the kill from Madison Lessignon. So Limestone heads back to serve. Saints, as I mentioned, back-to-back wins to close out the season. 2019, they went to the semifinals thanks to a 4-set win over North Greenville. Carson-Newman, the reigning SAC tournament champs. Rohr gives it up. Edwards slices it through the middle of the floor. Outside set and a right-hand swing into the Eagle block, but unable to penetrate it back over the net as Sydney Bibby gets the point. And Limestone has taken the first 2 points of the contest. Carson-Newman looking to be the first team to repeat as conference tournament champs since 2014 when Wingate had its 9-year string. Edwards over the block, through the back portion of the defense, and a point for the Eagles for the first time in this one. Edwards, a dozen kills. She had 370 the first time around. Only player in double figures for either side. Eagles getting her involved early. Outside set, Bibby has to float one over. Rohr gives it up, Edwards yet again, she puts one down. Eagles with back-to-back points, and we're tied at 2. Megan Oldenburger, one of the most decorated players in the history of the program, top 10 in career digs, and one of 14 players in terms of kills as she gets the ace. And a 3-0 Carson-Newman scoring spurt. Oldenburger, we'll find out the all-conference teams later this week. She has a claim to one of the best players in this league. Back row attack and a high arcing lob shot. Rohr gives it outside. Emily Harnisch-Feger, who's come on of late. Bibby off the Carson-Newman hands of Parnell, and Edwards to tie it up at 3. Other matchups tonight, Wingate is hosting Tusculum in the 1 versus 8. Queens and Mars Hill in the 4-5, and the winner of this match gets the winner of Anderson and Newberry. Good hustling effort by Carpenter, and then a very short free ball. Rohr, backside set, Edwards with a soft little tap. Carpenter got it over though, great diving play. Rohr sends it to the corner, good hustle by Bibby. Rohr to the middle, Katie Parnell off of the block, but it angles directly right to Blas. And a free ball. Rohr, Harnisch-Feger keeps it in play in the back corner. And Carson-Newman takes the point. Harnisch-Feger hadn't had a double-digit kill match since her freshman season. And here as a senior, she's piled up a couple, including last week against Newberry on Friday night. Hayden Barton, one of the best servers in the league, gets an ace right on cue. The redshirt freshman gets the ace, and the point for Carson-Newman. Barton ranks in the top 10 in the conference in aces per set, and this time she goes right into the net. Barton had 11 entering the night. Back to serve for the first time in this one, Madeline Yeager, the junior from Sacramento, California. Hits it out of play. And Carson-Newman back on top. 3 ties already in this one, as the Eagles have expanded it out to a 6-4 lead. Had 15 ties in the first matchup this year, and Carson-Newman sweep. And an ace. Maddie Rademacher gets one for the Eagles. And a 7-4 start to the match for Carson-Newman. Which Brandon Squares, veteran skipper. Rademacher deep and out of play. Abby Baker heads back to serve. The sophomore from York, South Carolina, hits it in the net. Carson-Newman will gladly take the point. So these two sides making miscues in the service game early. Already seen 4 of them combined between the two teams. Harnisch-Feger's jump floating serve, out of bounds. So back and forth we go with these misfires. 14 total points in this one, and 5 have been won courtesy of attack miscues. Vanessa Bloss, the Newberry transfer, sends it over the net. Harnisch-Feger, Rademacher for Rohr-Cassie, and she keeps it in bounds in the corner. Carson-Newman has its 4th kill of the night. These two teams have not made an attack error, so despite the fact there have been some miscues in the service game, very diligent, taking care of business in the attacking effort. Rohr-Cassie's serve, fires it to the middle. Backside set off of the high hands. Rohr-Cassie keeps it up. Oldenburger to the middle back. Outside set, Bibby gets blocked. Kieran and Parnell combine for the rejection. Freshman senior combination. Katie Parnell, top 10 in program history. In terms of all-time blocks, she continues to rise up the charts. Third all-time in block assists. That was number 346. Service error on Aurora Cassie, and that trend for both sides continues early. Very short serve by the libero Carpenter. Kieran starting to find her rhythm in her rookie season. Outside set Bibby off of the block. Rademacher got a piece but couldn't get it into the air. Limestone is pulled within 2. Well, certainly for both of these programs, opportunities to build for next season. Very short serve. Parnell is able to handle it. Then Oldenburger with a hammer through the block. Oldenburger with a kill for Carson-Newman. And Taylor Rohr heads back to serve. Sends it over, high arcing overpass. Oldenburger takes care of business as she punishes it to the ground. Carson-Newman's lead swells to 4. Good serve by Rohr. But she can't handle the powerful swing by Bowen. Bowen in the first meeting this year had 2 kills and 9 attack errors. But a much better start so far today. A couple kills on just 3 swings. 3-point, Carson-Newman lead, and the jump floating serve picked up by Harnischweger. Very close to the net, punched at by Rohr, and it leads to a free ball. Backside wheeling set on the slide. Plucked out by Harnischweger. Now the reigning conference tournament MVP, Aaron Edwards, finishes one of the surface. (13-9) is the lead. Edwards, a breakout junior season and producing as a senior. Bibby into the block, handled by Carpenter. And a running over the head free ball. Near side set, Harnischweger across the floor. 8th kill already of the match by Carson-Newman. And a 5-point lead and a timeout for Limestone. Saints forced to call one. And with CN on top by 5, gives us a chance to update you on how things are working elsewhere. Wingate's in control, as you would expect against Tusculum. Bulldogs have lost 3 sets all season long, and that was in that loss to Newberry, a 4-set loss to the Wolves. Queens holding serve early against Mars Hill, a 13-9 lead. Logan Witt already has 5 kills for the Royals. And Newberry is off to a terrific start against Anderson. 15-7 a lead. Kitty Ulsberger, 4 kills. Looking to spring the upset in the 6 seed here. Limestone trying to do the same, but in an early disadvantage at a 14-9 tally here in the first. Carson-Newman off to a very, very good start offensively. Aaron Edwards leading the way with 3 kills. Oldenburger and Harnischweger each have a pair as well. Carson-Newman's hitting .500 already. Limestone on the other side hitting .400. They've only made 1 attack error. So defense hasn't been a strong suit of either side to affect some of those shots. And Carson-Newman with a 5-point lead at 14-9 in the opening frame. Gets to serve as Oldenburger. Lobs it off of the tape. Nearly an ace. Great diving effort and rescued by Wessels. Harnischweger. Carpenter got a piece, but it'll end up on the scorer's table. CN's lead is swelled to a match-high 6 points as the Eagles look to pull away here in the opening set. Thanks for stopping by here on the Eagle Sports Network. Diving play again by Wessels. Now a slide ball that Oldenburger got a piece of. It's rescued off of the ceiling by Edwards. Free ball sent over. Set goes outside. Bibby is rejected. Parnell and Edwards raise the roof and drop it to the ground. 6-1 Carson-Newman scoring run. They've won the last 4. And Oldenburger on serve controlling this. Back row attack by Wessels. Barton is able to absorb the contact. Then Edwards gets another one. Eagles surging 7 of the last 8 to Carson-Newman. And the lead has swelled to 8, 17-9 in the first. Oldenburger to serve. Nearly an ace, but a couple reactionary plays and then a roll shot from Carpenter. Edwards another chance though, and she gets another one. Limestone, no answer right now for Edwards, who has 5 kills. 6 unanswered by the Eagles. And Oldenburger back to serve. Her game is working right now in the short service, and it's an ace off of the noggin of a diving Del Bosque. And another timeout from Limestone. 9 of the last 10 to CN. Timeout Limestone. We step out for a break. Eagles ahead by double digits here on the Eagles Sports Network. Been a solid start already for Carson-Newman in this match. Eagles 11 kills on 19 swings. They haven't made a mistake so far. .579 hitting percentage. And Oldenburger's service game has Carson-Newman rattling off 7 unanswered. Make it 8 in a row on the attack error by Yeager. First time these teams met, Limestone had as many miscues as they did kills, 24. Another tough serve by Oldenburger. Bibby into the block, and it stays in bounds. And Carson-Newman continues its hot stretch. 9 unanswered points. This is the longest scoring run of the year by the Eagles. Prior it had been 7 straight. Back row attack by Wessels, and she sticks it into the net. And Limestone with that is now doing what it did the first time around. Hitting triple zeros, 5 kills, 5 errors, as they've made 5 straight errors on attack swings. 13-point Carson-Newman lead in the first. Oldenburger serve, another very short one. Limestone has not adjusted at all to that. Bibby tosses it over. Backside set, Edwards is blocked, but it's answered by Oldenburger, who takes a swing from the back row. Middle set, tap to the corner, great effort by Barton. Now Harnischfeger into the block, picked out of there by Barton. Harnischfeger keeps it alive, and Parnell aids it over. Best rally of the night so far. Backside set, out of bounds. We don't get a touch, and Yeager hits another ball out of play. Great rally, but the Eagles eventually take it. They've won 13 of the last 14 and 11 unanswered. And what appeared to be a tight tussle has Carson-Newman in control. Nearly an ace, and indeed it will be. Carson-Newman is surging. Limestone has no answers whatsoever, and set point in the first. Oldenburger's serve. Poked at, and another one falls to the ground harmlessly, and Carson-Newman in control. 13 unanswered points by the Eagles to seize the opening set. Carson-Newman breaks open a 10-8 contest by rattling off 15 of the final 16 to win the opening frame. Let's see if the Eagles can keep it rolling or if Limestone has an answer. Stick with us. South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championships quarterfinal action returns to Holt Fieldhouse when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network. Back to Old Fieldhouse. It was a dominating start to the match for Carson-Newman. Eagles 11 kills on 22 swings, hitting .500. And thanks to 13 unanswered points to close out the first set, it's Carson-Newman in control after one. Bibby to start set two, hits one out of play. That's 7 consecutive attack errors by Limestone after they started with 5 kills on their first 14 swings. Now Oldenburger back to serve. She started the big-time swing of momentum in the first. Harnisch-Feger through the block. Eagles have won the first 2 points of the second, and Limestone has not scored a point since it was 12-8 in the first. Oldenburger sends one over. Diving play, outside set, through the block. Rohrer picks it up, very tight to the tape. Edwards sends it over the right hand. Short lob shot by Bibby hits the ground. That's the first time that Limestone has scored since Jordan Bowen received a kill in the first. Limestone back on the board, Trish, trying to weather that storm and get back in this match. SAC quarterfinal action. Loser goes home. Winner gets the winner of Anderson-Newberry. Carpenter, right hand swing for Blas. To the middle, Parnell. Diving play again to keep it alive. Bibby from the back row. Slight touch over the net for the off-speed stuff. And it goes to the ground. Newberry seemingly going to take control in the first set, ahead 23-18 in the first against Anderson. Service error by Bibby. Eagles back ahead. That would be important because if Newberry wins and Carson-Newman wins, Eagles would host here on Thursday night. Barton serve. Bodies collide. Ricocheting pass out of play and a service ace by Hayden Barton. The redshirt freshman nearly had another one, but somehow rescued and sent over. Rohr, near side set. Harnisch-Feger pile drives one to the ground. And a 5-2 early advantage in the second. Barton once more back to serve. High arcing floater that goes out of play. Carson-Newman has still not made an attack error in this contest. Scorching on the attack. Yeager to serve. Jump floats it to the middle of the floor. Oldenburger. Near side set. Harnisch-Feger gets it a touch by Limestone as it ricocheted out of play, and Carson-Newman gets another one. Harnisch-Feger up to 6 kills. She's taken just 8 swings. Red hot opportunity right now by the senior from Macedon, New York. 3-point edge with Rademacher back to serve. Sidewinds one to the far sideline. Blas with a high arcing tap. Bodies collide. Good set from Rohr-Cassie, but Kieran is blocked. Lesignot and Blas. Those two combined for the rejection. 2-point edge for Carson-Newman. Limestone needing to make a run. Very short serve, and it'll be an ace. Abby Baker gets one to edge the Saints 1 point closer. Baker once more back to serve. Pass comes to the 10-foot line, backside set. Blas, Oldenburger. Harnisch-Feger into the block. Eagles try to keep it alive, but cannot do so. And we are tied at 6, thanks to 3 unanswered by the Saints. And an opportunity here for Limestone to regain their first lead since the early portions of the first set. Kieran hits one out of bounds. She was right in the middle of the floor. Sent it out of play. 4 unanswered by Limestone, and the Saints have their first lead since it was 2-1 in the first. Pass comes to the 10-foot line. Slide for Rohr-Cassie off the block. Now it's rejected by the Eagles to tie this thing back up. So it took Carson-Newman a set plus to make a miscue, but they've now made 3 attack errors of late. Carpenter's pass to the 10-foot line. Now Bloss out of bounds. That was very tight and just did miss clipping the line. Harnischweger off of the white tape. Outside set into the net. Bowen makes the miscue. We're tied for the 4th time here in the second set. Limestone weathering that storm in which Carson-Newman won 13 unanswered to win the first. Backside set and a whistle and a bad set violation on Limestone ensures that Carson-Newman's able to take the advantage. And a service error by Carson-Newman. It's really been the only thing that Carson-Newman has not done well tonight. That's in the service game. Bloss. Pass comes to the 10-foot line. Rademacher. Oldenburger off the hands. Near side set. Out of bounds. No touch. Bowen continues to misfire. And the Eagles get the point. Newberry does seal off the first set, 25-21, so upset watch over at the Abney Athletics Center with Newberry on top 1-0. Rohrkassi serve for Carpenter. Middle set, flicked over, Oldenburger. Near side set, Oldenburger puts it into the block but gets it back. Parnell throws it over. Bibby. Out of play, hit it over everybody and then over everything, and Carson-Newman's lead is 12-8. So just after Limestone was able to get in the driver's seat at 7-6. Outside set, Bibby puts one down. Just after it was 7-6, after 4 unanswered by Limestone, Carson-Newman responded with 6 of 8 to take this lead right now. Rademacher, Oldenburger off of the block, and it hits a hand before falling to the ground. Just the 3rd kill for Oldenburger tonight. And she has her sights set on moving up the all-time kills list. She's 14th and now needs 7 more. Make that 8 more to move into sole possession of 13th. Bibby through the block, Harnischweger. Backside set, Edwards. The SAC tournament MVP from a year ago has picked up where she left off. That is number 6 for Edwards. She's hitting a toasty 500. And a 5-point lead for the Eagles and another service error. 7 service errors by Carson-Newman. Almost tough to comprehend how they've had so many mistakes. Queens took the first set on Mars Hill, 25-21. Harnischweger's pass forces a bump set very close to the net. Edwards was able to get a piece to get it over. Now Bibby into the tape, kicked at, kept alive. Carpenter gets it over. Middle of the floor, Parnell. Make sure that doesn't last much longer, and the Eagles go ahead by 5. Oldenburger to serve. And an ace. Eagles ahead by 6 points. And a great stretch here by Coach Ashley Tiernan's crew. Oldenburger's jump floating serve, plucked into the air. Bibby has to keep it alive. And this has been the unfortunate sequence for Limestone. Free ball. Harnischweger can't take advantage immediately. And Bibby puts one into the net. 13th attack error by Limestone, and it forces a timeout from Coach Brandon Squares. We step out for a break as well. Carson-Newman on top by 7. 17-10 in the second. Looking to go ahead 2-0 on the Eagle Sports Network. We welcome you back to Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman looks to extend its conference tournament winning streak after winning the title last year. Ahead by 7 in the second, and another ace. Oldenburger gets another one. That is her 4th already, and she is racking up the stats. Eagles have won 4 unanswered to go ahead by 8. Oldenburger serves once more. Popping pass. Bibby another swing. Good powerful drive through the block, but Oldenburger absorbs, gets to her feet, and puts a swing into the back row. This one goes out of bounds by Wessels. And this has been Carson-Newman's MO in this match. Big scoring runs, 13 unanswered to end the first. Currently rattling off 5 straight. Sienna in control, 19-10. Oldenburger, another tough serve. Carpenter, outside set. This one will go out of bounds. And the errors continue to add up. Madison Williams, who had 8 kills in the first meeting this year, getting her first chances in this one, but the Eagles are doubling them up right now. 6 straight by Carson-Newman to open up a 10-point lead in the second. Back row attack from Wessels. Roar. Barton tries to set up Harnischweger and does so perfectly. 7th kill of the night for Harnischweger. And an 11-point lead. 7 straight by Carson-Newman. Oldenburger serve. Stays. Ooh, I thought that looked like it was in bounds. And the official on the line back there had a much better angle than me, but Carson-Newman's 7 unanswered string comes to an end with that mistake by Oldenburger, who has 4 aces and 7 digs and a season low right now, 3 kills. Roar will give it backside. Edwards, another one. 7 kills now for Edwards. And it's all Eagles in the SAC quarterfinals. Barton will serve with Carson-Newman looking to go ahead 2-0. Pass to the circle. Backside set blocked by the Eagles. Then a free ball from Carpenter. Roar near side. Harnischweger touches one over. Bloss got a piece. Good effort by Limestone to get a couple of those. But at the end of it all, it's a point for Carson-Newman. And Barton back to serve, looking to close this one out. Eagles ahead 23-11. And it goes into the net. Limestone has won 20 points all night long. Carson-Newman has made 8 service errors. It's been few and far between for Limestone to win a point without a mistake by Carson-Newman. Harnischweger hits one out of bounds. That's one way to continue to answer that bell. Carson-Newman, 13 total mistakes and 22 points won by Limestone. They have 8 kills, but 3 and 9 mistakes in this period. And an ace. Yeager gets one off of the awkward pass by Harnischweger. Madeline Yeager, Christian Brothers High School in the state of California. Pushes one, inbounds. And a good surge here by Limestone. They've won 4 straight. Carson-Newman looking to get a side out here. 23-15 in the second. Eagles won 25-9 in the first. Carson-Newman makes another mistake, out of rotation that time around. Not sure exactly where the infraction was. I don't know if somebody was in front of somebody they shouldn't have been, but at the end of all that, Roar Cassie, a rare swing from the opposite side. She puts it to the ground, and that ends a 5-0 Limestone serve. And gets Carson-Newman to set point. Eagles looking for an opportunity to put this thing away in dominating fashion. Rademacher's serve. Shanked pass and an ace. And it's all Carson-Newman on cruise control. Eagles limit Limestone to a -240 clip in the second. And it's Carson-Newman on top. 2-0, looking to punctuate a trip to the SAC semifinals. Carson-Newman has basically put this match in cruise control. Outscoring Limestone, doubling them up so far, 50-25 first 2 sets. And with the Eagles in control, Limestone looking to find an answer here in the set. Eagles ahead 2-0. Backside set. It onto the arm. Then Edwards swipes it across the court. Looked like that took a touch, and indeed it does. And Bibby puts one down. Or check that, Madison Williams is the one that put it down. As Coach Brandon Squares works things out. Carson-Newman, the only team that's really having an easy time right now. Wingate's in a dogfight in the second, down by 1, 22-21. Roar to the middle. Parnell puts one down. We're tied at 1 apiece. Parnell gets in on the act. Taylor Roar has dished out 16 assists. Outside set, Blas off of the hands. Great play by Oldenburger. Now Harnischfeger with a free ball. See if Limestone can take advantage in system. No, they cannot. Lesignot with a mistake. Eagles get their first lead. After Wingate won the first set 25-22, they're down by a pair. In the second, outside set, Blas. Pass by Barton, and a free ball here from Carson-Newman. A little sloppy to start off the third. Backside set, Bowen puts it through the block, overpass. Barton, bump set, near side. Harnischfeger leans back, cuts it across the floor, and keeps it in play. And a 3-1 advantage for the Eagles. And Carson-Newman make quick work and secure a third sweep of this shortened season. Outside set, Blas had to wait for it. Now Edwards. Carpenter will bump set this to this near sideline. Right hand swing off of the hands of Edwards. A great swing that time around by Bowen. She's been hit and miss. Third kill, 3 mistakes, however. Oldenburger's pass. Once again, Carson-Newman on serve receive having to scramble, and it leads to a misfire by Harnischfeger. Serve receive just hasn't quite been there in this set after being nearly flawless in the first couple. Finally a set from Roar. Edwards gets another one. Aaron Edwards, 8 kills. She's having one of the great matches so far in this one. Edwards, 8 kills, 17 swings, just shy of a .500 hitting percentage. A 1-point Carson-Newman edge. Limestone looking to scrap their way back in, but another ace by Carson-Newman, number 9 of the night. by Carson-Newman in the service game starting to add up for the Eagles. Season high is 10. That was set against Anderson on Saturday. They had 9 at LMU 2 weeks ago. So they've already posted their second most in a match this year. Right hand swing from Bloss. Near side set, Harnischweger. Bloss gets another chance. Eagles have the answer in the back row. Harnischweger spikes it to the middle. And a free ball. Limestone aids it over. Roar Cassie's pass. She gets it back, and she puts it down. 3 unanswered by Carson-Newman. Tusculum does indeed end up taking set number 2, hitting 375 to tie that matchup at 1 apiece in the 1 versus 8 matchup. Bowen across the floor for Roar. Now Edwards, plucked in the back row by Williams. Bloss into the net. Self-inflicted wounds by Limestone. 7-3, Carson-Newman on top. Winners of 4 straight points. To the middle, tapped over by Yeager. Promptly returned to sender. And now Bloss puts one to the surface and an 8-3 contest. Limestone entered tonight as the second least efficient offensive team in the league. 087 team hitting percentage. 5 of the 9 matches this year, they hit under 100. Right now, they are at minus 100. The Eagles defense has a lot to do about that. Harnischweger puts it out of bounds. Seven to 5 is the score. Bibby leads the way with 6 kills, but she's not even on the floor. And an ace. The Eagles can't handle that one. That's a 5th ace for Limestone, and they've ripped off 3 straight. To trim it down to a 1-point margin in the 3rd. Pass comes to the 10-foot line, near side set. Harnischweger off of the block. Limestone can't track it down, and that ends a little surge by Limestone. Anderson's ahead by 3 in the 2nd set. Queens ahead by 2 in set number 2. Things taking shape. A lot of volleyball left to play. This is the only one where you feel really confident. And Carson-Newman has a great chance of putting this one away, but Limestone starting to find their rhythm. Good pass to the target, but flopped over by Manti. And then a kill by Harnischweger. She is a team-high 11 so far. Harnischweger putting together a quality night at the office. So far, she's matched the season high for kills with 11. Her career high, which she's done it twice, is 13. Most recently did it at Lander on October 13th, 2017. Shanked pass, good hustle to keep it alive by the setter, Reagan Matney. She'll set it up outside, and then we get a whistle and an illegal set violation. Carson-Newman rips off back-to-back points. Actually, 3 straight points, rather. Now with Carson-Newman hitting 333 with 9 aces. Things flowing well right now by Carson-Newman. Bloss through the block and down the line. Bloss was just her 2nd kill of the night. She's the team leader in terms of smashes this year, averages 2.41. She's posted double figures in 3 of her last 5. But off to a sluggish start tonight. Joy Rhodes gets her first cuts tonight. Yeager stuffs it through the block. Trims the margin down to 2. Carson-Newman still effective, but Limestone has started to find its rhythm. 4 kills, now 5 kills. 200 hitting percentage, but an error on the serve. And Emily Harnischweger heads back to serve. Carson-Newman looking for a win in 6th straight conference tournament quarterfinal and an ace. Emily Harnischweger gets a little luck to put it over. Carson-Newman hasn't lost an opening round match since 2011. Tapped over by Yeager, and she drops it to the ground. In fact, that's an interesting one because 2011, Carson-Newman was severely the underdog, taking on 27-0 Wingate. Eagles forced the Bulldogs to 5 sets for the first time that season before losing. Wingate eventually won the conference tournament and the region championship that year. As Williams puts it off of the arms of Barton, and it's 12-10. So the Eagles have played really, really well in quarterfinal matchups. Hosting it for a 4th consecutive year. 2 of the last 3 have been by sweeps. Looking for another one, ahead by a pair. Harnischweger's lunging effort. Rhodes works the ball over her shoulders to push it over. Williams taps it middle of the area, and it drops in. 3 unanswered by Limestone. Carson-Newman cannot find a surge, and the Eagles call their first timeout of the match. Limestone gaining some confidence, down 2 sets to none, but only down by a point here in the 3rd as we step out for a break on the Eagle Sports Network. Third set action, Limestone playing really well. They've worked themselves all the way back to out of the negative hitting percentage with 8 kills and just 1 mistake here in the 3rd. 16 kills overall in the match as Oldenburger tries to add 1 to her ledger with a nice little drop shot for her 4th kill. Oldenburger has been one of the best players in the conference this season, and she hasn't really had to do a whole lot tonight. She has double-figure kills in all but 2 matches this year. Had a season-low 8 against Limestone in the first meeting. Outside set, Williams strides to it. That was a rope down the line, but Harnischweger got enough of it, and Rademacher makes sure that it goes over. Tight to the tape, Parnell doesn't win the joust. And Oldenburger, another chance. She makes sure that the point doesn't go any further. Back-to-back Oldenburger kills. Eagles back ahead by 3. Aurora Cassie to serve. 3-point contest. Aurora Cassie jump floats it into the net. Been a big issue for Carson-Newman all night. 10 service errors in this match. Conversely, it's 10 service aces, so it hasn't hurt them, but their service game has not necessarily been the reason why, at least in terms of those 2 categories, why they are winning points, but the service game has been tough, forcing Limestone out of system throughout the night. 15-12 Eagles after the return service error. And now Rohr serves. Carpenter's pass. Williams from the right side this time, just poked at it. Oldenburger wants another opportunity and gets one. Getting the kill. Megan Oldenburger with 3 over the last 5 rallies. And it's a 16-12 Carson-Newman lead, inching closer to advancing to the semifinals. Right hand punch shot, Oldenburger. Rohr goes backside. Edwards down the line and another one. Aaron Edwards, 9 kills tonight. Excellent evening and a timeout from Limestone. Great work right now by the Eagles in full control. Ahead 17-12 as we step out for a break. Eagles on top, looking to close this one out on the Eagle Sports Network. Carson-Newman leads by 5. They won the first set, 25-9. Set number 2 was a 25-16 margin. Limestone's hanging tough in this one so far. Outside set, into the block, and the Eagles rack up another. It's number 6, thanks to the potent senior combo of Parnell and Edwards. 4 unanswered by the Eagles. Backside set and a double contact violation on the freshman setter from Long, South Carolina, Reagan Matney. Roar once more serves. Outside set, shuffled, and it hits the antenna with the left paw by Bowen. And once again, we get the same trend that we've had throughout. Eagles won 13 unanswered to end the first set. In the second set, the Eagles had 7 in a row to build up a 21-10 lead, and right now a 6-0 sequence to build up an 8-point margin. Outside set off of the hands of Edwards, diving attempt. Edwards got a piece, Eagles ate it along, and it stays in play. Williams takes the cut, Edwards rises to the top with Parnell to stuff it back. 7 unanswered. Carson-Newman in control, looking to punctuate a spot in the semifinals. Outside set and thrown over by Bowen and out of bounds, and another misfire by Limestone. Saints hitting under 100 on the night and an 8-0 surge. Carson-Newman entering tonight hadn't had a scoring run of better than 8+. They have 2 tonight and make it a 9-0 sequence. And just like that, Carson-Newman is within a pair of points to sealing out a sweep in the SAC quarterfinals. Serve from Roar, pops to the arms. Right side set, Williams is stuffed. How about Oldenburger joining Parnell this time around? 10 unanswered points and match point for Carson-Newman. Roar with a serve, another dangerous one, and the Eagles will get a chance to put it away. Edwards fittingly with a swing, but couldn't put it down. Carpenter with the absorption. And then an attack error. That is fitting for how this one ends. The 22nd misfire of the night by Limestone, and Carson-Newman punctuates the third with 11 unanswered, and the Eagles sweep the Saints. Carson-Newman advances to the semifinals. And Carson-Newman will play on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Time will be, our location TBD. It'll either be Anderson on the road or Newberry here at home. Anderson winning the second set 25-20 to equalize there. And we'll find out how things wrap up. Eagles, quick work tonight. Get it done in an hour to win this match. And Carson-Newman extends its winning streak to 4 straight in the SAC championships, and the reigning SAC tournament champions roll along with a sweep of Limestone. Be sure to stay tuned to CNEagles.com and at CN Athletics on Twitter for all the latest information on Carson-Newman volleyball, including the matchup on Thursday. Thanks to our crew tonight, Danny Wazorek, Helen Rader, and Mary Vandergriff, our replay operator Richard Martin, and our director KJ Laribo. I'm Michael Watrang, signing on a winning night, a sweep for Carson-Newman. On to the SAC semifinals. We'll have all the coverage for you on CNEagles.com. Thanks for tuning in We'll talk to you again on Thursday. Good night, everybody.